Welcome, 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 one and all. My name is Raven, Strap Streams, Fates Wins, whatever the heck you want to call me, and today we are continuing more Repurpose, a game very near and dear to my heart. It is made by several of my friends, along with some other staff. For the record, I'm not sponsored by them at all. I have given money to help out. I gave money to help out the Kickstarter, and I was very vocal about wanting to promote it when it was early days in works, and especially when the Kickstarter was going up. But otherwise, other than the 100 something donation thing that I had given for, not even donation, $100 plus something that I had given to help fund the Kickstarter, I am not a part of the team. I have not been promoted by the team to go into any of this. This is not sponsored at all. I just happen to really, really love this game and everything with it. So picking up from where we last were. Also, I am unable to see how the audio is while I am talking. Let me see if I have a sound level thing for Repurpose specifically. No, I do not. Okay. So we're gonna be doing with this. It does mean that I am going to be missing out on some things while I have this here, but it's gonna be how it is. Give me one moment, guys. I don't know how long that I was muted. I am sorry about that. Let me load this back up for everything. Sorry for being muted for so long. I don't know when I was muted, how long that was. I'm gonna have to listen to the VOD for that. Sorry about that, guys. But if you guys were wondering, like the initial break that I was doing, I was just putting out that we had moved on to Repurpose. I hope that everyone here has a wonderful time. Let's get to this and ignore the mistake that I just did. Give me a few more minutes and we can head out. What are you doing back there? I'm patching up this backpack I found. They waved it over the booth, showing that a hole was being sewn shut with a piece of fabric that was very clearly not matching with the rest of the sack. But I guess functionality over vanity. After a few minutes, DJ has a backpack strapped over their shoulder, and we're headed out the door. Once we were out, DJ and I took in a good, proper look around the exterior of the church. It truly was one of the more beautiful sights within Limbo. Being inside there had felt a lot safer within the walls of the church than anywhere else at this point. Let me see here about any things with this. Yeah, is a mature rated game. I haven't gotten much farther than this on my previous run. I believe that's up on the archive channel right now. Of going a little past the scene, meeting up with Noel. So I don't remember. I personally don't know like how much stuff is in there. I think I'm gonna be safe with the content warnings that are there already. Fable had done a good job at making this feel like a safe haven for people to indulge in. Too bad this place is only open when Faye is around. But I get that if it was open on the regular, it would lose its charm. Or, I guess. Was that? No. Especially since without Faye, the place would get turned into a dump like every other building around here. Even more so if it's open to literally everyone here in Limbo. DJ turned their head to me.
Oh, dude, have you seen that Hordes guy yet?
I nodded. Hopefully that actually got picked up. Like, let me open up my audio thing and see if that actually gets picked up or not.
Oh, dude, have you seen that Hordes guy yet?
Okay, good, it does. I nodded. When I caught up with Mitz at the mall, I also ended up crossing paths with that guy.
How unfortunate.
Yeah, you're telling me.
I thought I was a crackhead, but that guy is a whole nother level. Not to mention, from what I gathered, the dude has more food and stuff than he knows what to do with. And, true to his name, the fucker is keeping it all to himself along with his posse of tank top boys.
What an asshole.
And get this! The freak wanted me to quit being a leopard and join the Rodentia family, with his legion of rats crawling around him. I couldn't tell if he was being serious or hitting on me, but when he pulled out a pair of black mouse ears, I was like, nope, and got the hell out of there.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Huh, and here I thought you'd be into pet play.
Well, yeah, maybe, but like hell am I gonna give out this sweet pussy to some weirdo wearing a Sweetie Shakes Kids crown? I got standards, you know? You at least gotta be old enough to order off the Mighty Trikes menu for me to even consider it.
We both laughed at the ridiculousness of DJ's situation as we walked on. DJ stopped for a moment to look over the graveyard beside the church. It was a little difficult to pinpoint where exactly they were looking, but my guess was at the freshly dug grave with a shovel beside it. I tried to make out a name on the grave. Theodore Johnson T.J. Lee. That wasn't either of the names the other angel brought up last night. It's probably a recent one. I saw that angel finish digging and dumping an oily-looking barrel before covering it up. I didn't say anything to him since it was around the same time you got up. Plus, I don't know what I would have said to the guy mid-burial anyway. And there was a moment of solemn silence between us out of respect for the fallen, before we eventually just moved on from the site. It didn't take much for DJ to flip the mood back to something lighthearted. Ah, sweet! They got pug noodles! Loved having one of those with soy sauce and sesame oil when my mom didn't feel like cooking dinner. Shame someone spread a rumor they used actual dogs as an ingredient for their ramen that made them rebrand. Looking back on that, kinda racist. Very racist. DJ peeked ahead inside of the convenience store, only for it to be shut right in front of their face again. Hey, you know the rules. Rations are distributed every Thursday evening. So come back then. My bad. We're new here, but thanks for the tip. We backed away from the store, and DJ did a little heel spin as he took in the sight. You know, this place is a dump, but it's about the same sort of mess low-income families like my own had to live in when I was growing up. They twirled around the street sign as the sheer force of their little dance was enough to have the thing threaten to fall over. You did seem like the most at home out of the rest of us when we first got here. It makes me feel a little nostalgic for a time that really set me up to be the person I am today. And just like back then, with a little community teamwork, we can make graffiti into a kick-ass mural. You really think so? I know so. Things don't get better unless we grab it by the jugular and demand that it be so. That's my life motto, right next to never trust a bitch named Rudy. That first one seems pretty wise. That first one is some pretty wise words to live by, especially coming from someone as eccentric as yourself. Yeah, I have my moments. Hey, it's all comedic relief. I wouldn't have been an activist if that's all it was. Oh yeah, that's right. DJ was an activist back when they were alive. So despite all the jokes, they have a strong moral compass. To quote them, you can't judge a book by cover or some shit. Well, I'm willing to do my part to help your goal become a little more of a reality. That's the motherfucking spirit! We fist bumped, sealing the promise between us both, and our friendship had grown just a little bit more at that moment. The rest of the tour of the neighborhood consisted of us learning where residents stayed and the bounds that comprised its territory. Everyone was mostly friendly to us, if not passively polite. They seemed more interested in getting back to whatever they were doing, which was fair. A couple of them didn't seem too happy that we were willingly staying and going to be taking up resources they thought could be redistributed to the rest of them. But with the bravado of a shonen protagonist, DJ declared that they would bring a rocking wave of change into Limbo and make life better for everyone. Which made everyone laugh, and their pessimistic attitudes on their current and future lives were left unchanged. I felt a little disheartened, but DJ kept their head held up high, so I would try to do the same. We had reached the point where we had pretty much covered the entirety of the residential area, and were about to enter the city. As I stepped another foot back into the city, DJ grabbed hold of my shoulder.
Whoa there a sec, yo. It's dangerous to wander these main streets alone. You should take me.
I fucking love DJ. I can't believe they actually said the ooh-woo part out loud. Cringe, and I kinda doubt a scrawny twink like you could really protect me. That's why I'm bringing this bat along with me. DJ pulled out a rusty steel bat from their backpack and gave it a few swipes in the air. Even though it wasn't in the best shape, I bet it would still hurt to be hit by it. That aside, it was probably for the best they came along with me. Having a traveling partner like I did with Rosita and Mitz made me feel safer while exploring the vast city streets. From their backpack, DJ plucked out a large poster of a long-since broken-up boy band and started to draw out what paths we had taken out of the neighborhood with a dried-up pen. Give me one moment. I'm sorry if the video gets messed up. I just want to see a little bit more of things. Badly did that mess things up there at all? Alright. Doesn't look like that messed up anything too big. It does give it the black outlines of the window for me, but hopefully y'all don't have to deal with the black outlines. Y'all might, I don't know. Sorry if it does. Though they needed to shake it every now and then, to get it working again. The drawings were a bit amateur, but so long as DJ themselves understood what everything meant, I couldn't complain. And the map would be extremely helpful, considering that due to the rubble and decay, everything started blending together. I also want to take a listen to like how the music sounds for you guys. All right, better than me trying to like check the audio of that. DJ suggested for now we map out the way back to the mall, since it was the only place we could get fresh, clean water. It was the only other place I was familiar with, and staying hydrated even in death is important, so having a clear route on how to get there was probably for the best. Sorry for the swallow. Still figuring out the range of the microphone again. We'd been traveling around for half an hour when I noticed we had passed by the same graffiti like twice now. I know these edgy-looking S's are everywhere around Limbo, but I could have sworn we had just passed this one a few minutes ago. DJ was scribbling at their map, making corrections as we paused for a moment to figure out where we were. Yeah, you're right. That one's by the rusted-out chartreuse car too. Man, what an ugly coloring word that is. Chartreuse. It's like it's overcompensating for how ugly it actually is. Like a hot boyfriend with a shitty personality. You must have gotten... Wait, are you speaking from experience? High school me was dumb and desperate is all I'll say. Anyway, we must have gotten turned around when we got roadblocked by some tumbled down buildings. As DJ was updating the map, I heard the ever so faint sound of someone other than ourselves out in the distance. Let me get a save. I motioned my hand in front of DJ's face to catch their attention and held a hand to my ear, signaling for them to listen as well. It sounded like someone was crying. Help me. Someone, please. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts! DJ shouted back in return. Hey! Is someone out there? Where are you? Please, help me. Someone. Anyone. For whatever reason, I got a sinking feeling in the pit of my guts over this. Just as DJ was about to head in the direction of that voice, I grabbed their wrist, stopping them in their tracks. Kato, hey, welcome in. How are you doing today? I'm having a very wonderful day. How are you doing today, Kato? Let me give you a shout out as well. One moment. Guys, if you have not checked out Royal Kato at all yet, be sure to actually give them a follow. Check them out. I see. Oh yeah, you were playing Monster Hunter World last time. Royal Kato does a lot of really fun streams. It's really fun. I met them when they were doing, I think, the end of the first .hack.gu game. I think that was when I had first jumped in, and had been the one to actually point out to me that, hey, the .hack.gu trilogy Recoded was not only on Steam but was also on sale at the time, and I was really happy to be able to get that because I have not played the fourth game of it, and I really want to get back into playing the original trilogy because it's so fun. But Royal Kato does a lot of really fun stuff. Also, if you guys want to see someone get just smacked in the face with cheese all the time, be sure to give Royal Kato a follow. But how are you doing today? Welcome in. And of course you get the shout out. I try to shout out everyone that I know that streams. Especially for people who I've been in streams. I do my best to make sure that I actually shout them out. I am guilty at times for forgetting to shout people out because I just get distracted talking to them. So but I do try at least. Of course. welcome in. I am right now. We are playing Repurpose, a game made by some of my friends, along with some other team members who. And I am not someone who is affiliated with the game, but this is a really, really fun, really fun dating game. It's a visual novel dating sim. Has a lot of LGBTQ plus folks in it, to the point where there's literally only one character who is cis and or straight. There's only one character in the game that's straight. I'm pretty sure she's also the only one that is like, oh no, she's not the only one that's cisgendered. But she is the only one that is. There's a character in here that is the quote unquote token straight, as Eros was saying when they were making this. But you got a lot of inclusivity with the game. For instance, DJ Roadkill right here, the character on the screen right now, is non-binary and intersex. There's a lot of trans characters in it. A lot of just anyone on the like LGBTQ spectrum, pretty much. Basically, the premise of it is you wake up in Limbo, Garden of Eden. You started the game already dead, and you basically try to find your new purpose in the afterlife, and that may or may not include getting to smooch some characters along the way. You could get to go to hell and deal with the like very, very handsome devil Ramon. You could go up to Utopia and get to entertain the cute little angel Calais, who is a very interesting little fellow. Yeah. Terrible island accent. Sorry about that. Or you can stay in Limbo, and try to make your way in a world that basically just looks like this. But yeah, there's a bunch of characters. Pretty much all of the ones that I know of are at least romanceable. There are some that Eros and the team have been putting in to actually flesh out the story that are not romanceable, including a character named Hordes, who we got to see when I did the initial first look through the game, and got to have a little bit more talk from DJ recently in this very episode. Just as DJ was about to head in the direction of the voice, I grabbed their wrist, stopping them in their tracks.
Huh?
They looked at me and if they could emote, they'd be probably giving me a "what gives" kind of face under the mask. I think. Also, much like many visual novels, or dating sims, basically anything like this, you have choices that you can make, and those choices do affect the game. Pretty sure the very first time that I went through this, I went with "we should proceed cautiously." At a certain point, I will make it so that the audience, the viewers and everything, get to choose what I do. But I know I don't have a whole lot of people that are currently interested in Repurpose. So right now I'm going with the things that I would like, although anytime there is an option like this, people can just type in what they think would be good. But what happened here was there was a voice that we heard crying out for help and saying that something hurts, but not giving us any other information. I'm gonna say we should proceed cautiously. It looked like DJ was about to jump to the rescue with reckless abandon, without even assessing the situation. As heroic as the gesture was, we were still humans in a paranormal environment. Until we were fully adjusted to life in a place like Limbo, it is better to be cautious about anything we were unfamiliar with. We should approach whoever is out there cautiously. It's possible someone or something might be the cause and could still be lurking out there. Shit, yeah, you're right. Let's try to reach them all stealth-like then. We quietly made our way in the direction of the person calling out for help. As we drew near, the cries for help only grew sadder and softer until they eventually died out. One moment, I need a drink. But I do hope that everyone is enjoying their Valentine's Day. This is like Repurpose is a game that I'm going to be like every Valentine's Day. I'm going to be playing this, and this might actually make the stream very long because I plan to do a bunch of Repurpose things. Like Valentine's Day is going to be the like annual Repurpose streaming day for me from this point on. DJ and I scattered around the area where we swore the voice was originating from.
Hey! Man! Lady! Everything else in between! We're here to help! Tell us where you are!
Also has some really, really good voice acting in this game. I cannot recommend this game enough. It is so fun. I love the characters. The team did a really great job in writing to make the characters actually feel like real people too. We waited for a response, but it was quiet. Eerily quiet. I could feel the hairs on my arms and back stand on edge as a chill ran through my whole body.
Come on, dude! Give us a sign! We know you're out there!
Just then, we heard some shambling coming from a beat-up old building. A shroud of darkness consumed every inch and corner of the interior that wasn't lit up by Limbo's natural dim light, but I could make out a vague figure approaching us. Only when that person... No, that thing. Alright, and there's where I should go and see... Let's see here. Anything here? I'll go and mark this one now for the graphic depictions. Might not be like violence score extreme injury, but it is body horror. I should also put up a thing here. Sorry about that for everyone. I'm gonna put it on the BRB screen real quick while I get that up. Alright, gonna go and get that one pinned now. Manually unpinned, okay. Wanted that there. Alright, getting back to this. No, that thing. Stepped into light, did we realize what a terrible idea this was. What loomed closer and closer to us was a ghastly-looking ghoul, a Geist, of at least 8 feet in height, with many mouths covering its body that were all quietly crying for help. Help me. Save me. I don't want to die. Let me go. I just want to go home. Well, it's Zora in chat, by the way. Gonna grab that one. I do still have a cherish ball I can throw, but I don't. But the catch rate on it is really low. It hurts. 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 DJ. DJ was paralyzed and shaking in fear. Yeah. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Just then, it gave a terrifying roar as all of its mouth screamed out in pain at once. Run! Without so much as a moment's hesitation, DJ and I turned heel and began running for our very lives. We were frantic, panicked, and scared out of our minds as we tried to escape, running down various streets and alleys that we hadn't passed before with reckless abandon. I turned my head back for only a second, and saw that the Geist was on all fours, running manically as it cried out its past victims' last words. My lungs were burning from the exertion, but I didn't care. The fear and adrenaline coursed through my veins, and only one thing ran through my mind. Survive. Just as the Geist was mere inches away from our feet, DJ grabbed hold of my wrist, and with blistering speed, swung me around and into the alleyway. I caught myself from stumbling and skidded to a halt. DJ pulled out their bat from their backpack and assumed a position.
Get out of here!
Just as they were instructing me to leave, the Geist pounced on them, sliding their bodies several feet across the pavement. How do I hide this? Is it just H? Yeah. Full CGs as well, by the way. DJ swung the bat down on the Geist's head, only making it more enraged. Shit! DJ, no! We were in this together, and I just wasn't going to leave DJ behind. Just as I was about to pursue the beast, a gust of wind blew over my surroundings. I felt something fall against my nose, and as I plucked it off, I saw what it was. A black feather.
Have you no shame, Casey?
I jerked my head to look at the street, and saw that Noel was pulling against the scalp of the guy so hard he was stretching the skin. Just pausing for that, because that actually looks like a good thumbnail that I could use for the episode for this stuff to come out. DJ laid underneath the monster, arms and legs pinned down as he struggled to break free. Noel shot at the thing's head, and it recoiled in pain, enough for DJ to wiggle out from its grasp, and crawl backwards a few feet away from the beast.
Nora and the others weren't enough, huh? TJ too?
He kicked down against the guy's spine, striking down hard enough that it cracked and made its body contort in an even more unnatural way. Jesus Christ, Nightbot. The Geist crumpled and fell against the ground below with a meek shrill.
What did they ever do to you?
Noel then placed the end of his gun against the back of the monster's skull. It continued to beg and plead in the various voices of its victims.
Don't even answer that.
The safety was turned off with a click, and I could swear I saw his finger tremble over the trigger.
I know why. You're just the kind of person who will drag anyone that's ever cared about you down for your own selfish gain, time and time again. Your sister, our friends, and even me.
His voice then turned hollow, an empty, somber tone.
Well, not anymore, motherfucker! Repent!
With those final words, a loud bang resounded through the space, so loud that even from a distance it made my ears hurt. I had only shut my eyes for a few seconds, but the tall creature had been reduced to a puddle of goop under Noel's feet. From under his collar, Noel pulled out a small vial attached to a necklace and brought it up to his face. A glistening tear pooled around the edge of one of his tired eyes and fell straight into the container. He gave a small groan as he tucked it back under his collar, flicked the remainder off his face with his thumb, and stepped off what remained of the Geist. He looked over to DJ, then to me, and was about to say something when DJ jumped back to their feet.
Yo!
That was sick as fuck! Noel was taken aback, looking surprised by such a reaction before he frowned at them again.
No!
It wasn't! You two could have gotten yourselves eaten by that Geist! Any more souls and it could have become a full-fledged poltergeist. Geists are difficult enough on their own. I mean, you kinda took that one down easy enough. I've been tracking that slippery fuck for 2 weeks now, and it only made its presence known because you dumbasses lured it out. Whoops. And speaking of that, why the hell are you two wandering about the city by yourselves? I'm sure you're aware that things like these roam about Limbo. Yeah, but none of them really messed with us yesterday. And for the most part, we were taking the same paths as yesterday to get to the mall. And I had a bet. Look, that would do up against a Geist. Only weapons that have been blessed will do any damage to a Geist. And even then, you're more likely to piss it off than hurt it. The ones we saw yesterday were much, much smaller and passive in comparison to that one just now. Some were even as small as a rat. Noel smiled, annoyed. That's 'cause I was working overtime yesterday to make sure you four didn't get mauled by any of the bigger boys. Wait. You were watching over us since we left the garden?
Huh?
And you didn't even bother to stop and say howdy? Kinda creepy, bro. There's always some counterculture idiots that think they're too good for utopia, or even hell, and want to see if they can make Limbo their home. Usually just one look at how decrepit the place is would be enough to send any sensible person running to either side. But you managed to stay the whole day before half of you split off. It's a hassle enough that the Geists are getting cocky since a lower ranking angel replaced that old transporter. Hang on a sec. So that makes you the hardest guardian angel of Limbo Faye was talking about. Fucking bitch shit talking behind my back. Fucking bitch talking shit. Sorry, let me redo this. Fucking bitch talking shit behind my back. Yes, I suppose it does. Cool, then you can give me a rundown on how things... Just as DJ took another step forward and extended their arm, they nearly collapsed to the floor. They had their right hand clutching down against the side of their other arm with so much force that it looked like it was going to come off. Also, DJ's mask is cracked. Not only that, but oily black veins covered parts of their skin. They let out a small cry of pain before fainting, and on pure reflex, had reached out to catch their body just in the nick of time. Noel's eyes widened and his wings expanded. Crap, how did I not... Never mind, let's get them back to the neighborhood and I could probably treat their wounds there. I was a bit frazzled as to what was happening, but nodded my head anyway, and carried DJ's light body in my arms as Noel led the way back. With haste, we made it back to the neighborhood in no time flat. Noel guided me to where his home resided, which was by the convenience store, and had me place DJ on the couch. Noel then went into the kitchen to retrieve a first aid kit and a bottle of water he brought back into the living room. DJ rustled around, groaning a bit as they started to wake back up. One moment, guys, getting a call. Alright. Noel rolled up DJ's shoulder and examined the wound, breathing a sigh of relief seeing that it was only a superficial level bite. He must have pulled the guy's head off of DJ at just the right time back there. He got to work, sitting DJ up, and poured water over the wound to clean the area, but I noticed he didn't have any antiseptics to disinfect the bite. Don't you have any alcohol to give them? Noel pulled the vial from his shirt and uncorked it. We'll toast this idiot's survival after I finish up here. 2 little drops of the solution fell into DJ's wounds, the black veins reacting to Noel's tears, and faded. I smiled. But it was short-lived as the black veins sprouted from the bite mark and covered even more of DJ's upper arm than before. Sorry for the ads, everyone. Still need to make an ads command. Fuck! Idiot, don't move! Let me patch you up before the infection spreads. DJ's whole body convulsed as they screamed into the air, and Noel tried to get them to stop wriggling so much. He instructed for DJ to steady themselves, and eventually, DJ was able to calm down enough that they stopped flailing. They remained perfectly still, aside from the heaves of their chests, as Noel quickly bandaged their arm up. Noel wiped a bit of sweat from his brow. That should do it. For now. It's a lot worse than I thought, even for a bite so shallow. What the hell was that? Well, the good news is your friend here is still alive. The bad news is they're tainted. And it's gonna take a lot more holy water to rid them of that status. Who's taint? DJ shifted to where they sat to look at us, wincing a little from even that slight movement, but looked a bit better than before. Yours. Well, you are. What does it mean to be tainted? It means after your rabbit friend got bitten during that Geist encounter, they got infected by it. Being tainted means you run the risk of becoming a Geist over time, depending on how far the infection spreads in the host's body. I'm pretty surprised even a superficial bite like that one encouraged such a fast-spreading result, but it's not incurable. With a little more holy water, it could be cured in no time. Where can we get more then? Unfortunately for you, I don't have any more. Hordes and an accomplice stole it from under my nose a while ago, along with some other supplies. Aren't you like an angel? Can't you just, make more? Noel points to his black wings. In case it wasn't obvious enough in the black wings and slitted eyes, I am a fallen angel. I don't have as many powers as I used to, and that includes being able to bless water. I'm only as strong as the weakest of archangels, embarrassingly enough. So like Calais? How many extra eyes does Calais have? Only the 2? Then I'm at least a little bit stronger than him. Oof, looks like we know who'd win in that hypothetical. But yeah, having me use magic to bless any sort of water is out of the question. The only other way I've been able to obtain holy water is through my own naturally produced tears. Even those are hard to come by, as it's difficult for me to cry. Just then, DJ hopped up from the couch and kicked Noel square in the crotch, causing the man to hunch over and fall to his knees on the floor. Ugh!
Huh?
No tears. What gives? Powers. Angels. Even X-ones don't produce tears from physical pain like other angels. It's our enemies don't perceive weakness. Sounds kind of toxic. But okay, if we can't get it from you, how about... What was his name? Calais? Yeah, he could do it. Especially now that both of you have had a taste of what Limbo is like and will want to take the trials and Haven home. Oh no, fuck that! I'm still staying here! Noel looked genuinely surprised, then frustrated at hearing this. You're what? I said I'm not leaving here after you cure me. Are you stupid? Are you brain dead? Why, in all the realms, would you want to stay here after getting attacked? Let alone seeing the conditions the residents have to endure even with my help. On top of that, he's not allowed to cure you if you decide to stay, since it would go against his task to guide any and all humans to utopia. Bummer then. Guess I'll have to bummer then. Guess I'll have to live with a bum arm until you cry for us some more healy juice, angel boy. That doesn't answer my question. Why are you willingly choosing to stay here in Limbo without so much as giving the chance to prove yourself in Havenhome like all the others here have?
Because that sort of system is clearly bullshit. I may be a pretty radical activist, so yeah, I'm pretty controversial at times for my ideals. But I always did what I truly believed was good. And not just good for me or my family or my friends, but for anyone that suffered from the hands of injustice. And I fought for that until my literal dying breath. So I don't consider myself as someone who falls under this gray area, and it's honestly insulting that Utopia would send me here just because I'm not the purest of pansy-ass souls that do the whole turn-the-other-cheek shit. If I'm getting hit, then I'm going to break a fucker's wrist, so he never does it to anyone ever again.
Radical is right. Got a problem with that? No, not personally. I think despite your stupid appearance and attitude, you have a heart. But that's all the more reason why someone like yourself would have no problem winning entry to Utopia. If I have to win my right to happiness, then I don't want it.
Fuck off!
If my deeds on Earth weren't good enough to get into Utopia, then this whole system is fucked up. You do realize it's not only because your deeds weren't good enough, right? What? That literally makes no sense. Didn't you notice that the only ones who appeared in Limbo were young adults? Well, now that he mentions it... I just thought that was some ideal form or something like that. That's a thing, but not what I'm talking about. When someone dies as a child, the system just automatically recues them into the reincarnation system. After the age of 30, the system knows enough about your life to make a judgment on your character. But if you're still a young adult who hasn't committed any major crime or solved world hunger, your character is harder to judge than those unlucky few that can't be end up here. Sorry, but if you're a young adult who hasn't committed any major crime or solved world hunger, your character is harder to judge, and those unlucky few that can't be end up here.
Bullshit! No way!
What bullshit is that? Aren't you guys omnipotent or something? No, we're not. Even the Archangel's view is limited. The only one who is the combined choir, and they split into 8 fragments near the start of the universe. The only one who is the combined choir, and they split into 8 fragments near the start of the universe. The trials were set up to ensure that good people who were sent to Limbo have a chance to get into Utopia. So why doesn't that pretty angel boy just look at my records and send me on up then? I shouldn't have to take some post-life test I didn't even study for. It's just the way things are and have always been. And I say that sounds like nothing more than elitist and unfair bullshit to me. It's not. It's fair and has kept their realms functioning since the dawn of creation.
Fuck off!
And I say that's still fucked up. DJ and Noel were butting heads at this point, growling at each other as their argument was going nowhere. It only stopped because DJ's arm knocked some of the wind. It only stopped because DJ's arm knocked some of the wind from them, and they were forced to sit back down. Look, you two clearly aren't going to see eye to eye right now, so let's table this discussion for now. DJ's health is a far bigger concern right now. Noel huffed out the remaining hot air in his system. At any rate, if you're going to stay here, you could always recover from the infection naturally. That could take anywhere from days, weeks, even months with a wound like this one. And the side effects aren't exactly exciting to deal with either. Jeez. There's just so much new information being thrown at me, I had to sit down. You all right there? Yes and no. It's just a lot to take in. I can answer to the best of my ability, considering you're both staying here. Actually, I know the rabbit here is staying here regardless of what I try to say, of what I say to try and convince them. But what about you, Strap? That's a good question. No, I want to stay. This place isn't all that different from back home anyway. I made my choice earlier today, and I'm sticking to it. Bro! Great. 2 idiots to deal with. As if one wasn't bad enough. You wanna fuck me so bad it makes you look stupid. Jesus Christ. And I just heard the door for family to come into. Of course that's a DJ line that pops up right then.
Hey, watch it.
Hey, Rabbit, I'm Ace.
Oh, what?
Oh, so you're just stupid then. At any rate, if you have any questions, it wouldn't be too much of a bother to answer now. Questions for Noel. I think we should ask about tainted side effects. So, are there any side effects we need to look out for with DJ? A few, and none of them should be taken lightly. The basic symptoms tend to consist of headaches, drowsiness, lethargy, and general weakness. But the more advanced symptoms can come in the form of insomnia, emotional instability, hallucinations, and worse. Those are pretty serious symptoms. Most of them can be managed with some basic painkillers. Really? No, but it does help dull the pain. Really, alcohol might be better for that, but it's in short supply, just like everything else. Rubbing or vodka? Yes. So what should we do to help with the symptoms? Really, you should stay bedridden and rest. It's all you can really do. Something tells me DJ isn't just going to lay around all day. I got that impression too. Ask about Geists. Guess there's the obvious one of just, what exactly are the Geists? I figured that question was coming. To put it simply, Geists are what happens if you live in Limbo for too long. If you die here, you become one of those monsters. If you become tainted by one of their attacks, you become one of those monsters. Or if you lose your sanity and fall into despair, you become one of those monsters. Christ. Once you become a Geist, that's it. You can never go back to who you were before. He tapped his pendant, and the guns he had before reappeared in his hands. I've had thousands of years of experience with them, so trust me when I say the only cure at this stage is exorcism through holy instruments. My gun, to be exact. And it's my duty here in Limbo to ensure that they don't kill any more lost souls, as well as to try and prevent anyone from becoming one. That's why you two should be doing the damn trials! Better be in Havenholm than down here. He brought his guns back to his pendant, and with a glow, they disappeared back into it. But why are they like that? We were certain the one we ran into was calling out for help. Geist retained some memories of who they were in life, but not enough to maintain any semblance of humanity. On top of that, they have a never-ending hunger for life, so they hunt down souls in order to try and bring their sanity back. So they cry out for help, remembering that if they do, that people will come rushing to help them. As unfortunate as it is, if someone is calling out for help in Limbo, your safest bet is to ignore them, or come get me. That's awful. It's better this way, because you don't want a Geist to eat too many people. Not just because it's a tragedy to lose someone, but Geists get stronger every time they consume another person. And if they consume enough people, they become a full-on poltergeist. Wait, like the ones that haunt people back on Earth? The ones you're probably referring to are much weaker since measures have been taken to ensure the worst they're able to do is rattle some drawers or blow a chill up your spine. In the past, they were more terrifying, like the one you encountered today. They're bad news, no matter how you break it down. Are there any around we should be worried about? Not that I'm aware. The last one I saw was 50 years ago, and I was able to talk with the previous transporter angel to request a team of proper powers angels to come down and eliminate it before it could cause serious harm. Though that's not to say there isn't one out there. Since they're smart, they could just be hiding and biding their time. Or someone particularly vengeful in Limbo could die and transform into one. It's dangerous here, and you idiots are needlessly choosing to put your lives in danger by staying here. Is that all? Noel seemed to pause to contemplate that for a moment. He clenched his teeth and seemed to appear angry before shifting to looking nervous, before giving me a steely gaze. Well, there's a type of Geist even stronger than a poltergeist. Even stronger? Yes. They're called revenants, and information on them is extremely classified. Noel's voice seemed to have gone steely cold as he spoke, and the change in demeanor sent a chill down my spine. You should also know they're capable of wiping out cities and have killed hundreds of thousands of people. Even a few of your religious stories on Earth are based on events caused by revenants. Noel looked away from me, a pensiveness in his tone. Of course, even I don't know how one is formed, and one hasn't shown up for a couple hundred years. But that doesn't mean it's impossible for one to show up again, and put all of you in serious danger. He turned to look back at me, unamused. So, still planning on staying? Well, you're not exactly making it an appealing offer. That's the point. Go take the Havenholm trials already. You can tell us more about the neighborhood. What's there to tell? It's a shithole where the refugees who are too afraid of going to hell wait it out until Utopia opens its trials up again. The place is a constant mess, not helped by the fact that anything deemed useless or dead back on Earth ends up in Limbo. Is that where all the crumbling buildings come from? They were abandoned on Earth for decades, and they get dumped here after they're destroyed. Even if you try to start cleaning this place up, it's just a matter of time until the trash starts being more than you can take care of. So anyone who even tries starts to realize the futility of it within a few days. Damn, that really sucks. Just sounds like an excuse to me. Look, Utopia's system might not be perfect, but getting to live a year up in Havenholm is better than staying down here. As much as it sucks to go to literal hell, At least you'll never risk becoming a Geist and having to be put down. And that second death is permanent. No reincarnation, second chances, or anything.
You are God.
That's pretty scary. That's why I'm telling you, go do the damn trials. This isn't a place for humans to live. Most of the people here only stay so they can get another chance at the trials, or they're too scared to face the fires of hell. Well, I don't blame them. It puts a strain on everyone the more people that stay here. So while you still have the opportunity, go take the trials. Alright, give me one moment. I need to go to the bathroom real quick. Alright, we're back. No, I'm good. I didn't have any more questions to ask at the moment. The DJ seemed to have been waiting to say something. You said that Hordes dude stole the other medicine and supplies, right?
That's right.
Hey, I doubt you're the kind of person to just take that sitting down, especially coming from a crackhead like that guy. Of course. So tell me, what were you planning to do about it? Steal it back, of course. The only reason I haven't yet is because his accomplice turned into the Geist you just met, and I prioritized putting it down first since it became pretty violent. I'm not below stealing back what was rightfully my residence in the first place. Yeah, so you aren't a total goody-two-shoes prick.
Watch it.
Don't push it. DJ gets up from the couch, looking much better and fired up than before. So what's the game plan? Are we going to bum rush them all and force him to give it back? That would be a certain failure. Hordes himself alone might not be that big of a threat, but a small army of tank-topped men that patrol his turf are. And angel hands, even fallen, are forbidden to take the life of any human or risk being exterminated. So we'll have to be more stealthy than that. Noel walked over to a closet and pulled out a ready-to-go duffel bag. Inside was some rope, lockpicks, wire cutters, and some other essential items. But most notably was a shiny metal bat that DJ reached for but was subsequently denied as Noel zipped the bag back up. Most of these were for the original person I was going to pull this off with, until I found out they were double-crossing me. Well, they're mine now, since I'm going to be your new partner in crime for this. I don't know if you're really up for that, given your I don't know if you're really up for this, given your condition. Then I want to help.
Oh, what?
It's you and me through and through to the end, DJ. Fine by me. Never hurts to have a spare pair of hands to carry stuff around. So, do we need anything else? We do, but it's not something we can get here. We'll have to go scavenging for it. My plan is to set up a trap to lure hordes out and distract him. For whatever reason, he seems to be obsessed with a certain brand of juice boxes by Golden Acre Farms, and only that brand. They're called Honey Crisps, and their mascot is of a pink child, so it's hard to miss. Normally, hordes would control where they pop up as best as he can by monopolizing the location of the dumpsters and trash cans. But on rare occasions, one will spawn within the dumpsters in our territory.
Yo!
Ah, sweet! Are we going dumpster diving yet then? I always wanted to do that! You can at least mark that off your bucket list, because that's what we're doing. With the plan set, we made our way towards the convenience store, where most of the dumpsters had been collected. Noel patted his hand against the large metal boxes as we approached them. There were, conveniently, 3 in total that were in the neighborhood's possession. Just as we were about to do our thing, someone came out from the store's back door. Careful when digging, today's. Some rats found their way in and nicked me pretty good. I'll be sure to patch that up. I'll be sure to patch up whatever route they took in after we're done. So it doesn't. I'll be sure to patch up whatever route they took to get in after we're done, so it doesn't happen again, Chance. Mighty kind, thanks, Noel. Oh, and if you manage to find some extra provisions in there, y'all mind throwing some of that my way? Malcolm and I would appreciate it, since it's your anniversary, right? I'll see what I can do. With the rats eating away at some of it, I can't make any big promises. Right. I'll be inside. Knock if you need me. Chance then headed back inside with a silent nod, and DJ piped up. Aw, love can still bloom even in a place like this. It surprises even me. But anyway, it's digging time, folks, and we're not leaving till we find some juice boxes. While searching through the trash, I couldn't help but make the correlation between all the old abandoned buildings and the perfectly fine food that apparently ends up in these trash cans. Buildings that no longer serve its purpose get torn down or left abandoned, and their image somehow ends up here. I guess the same can happen for food that stores discard when they can't sell it. Do buildings and food have some type of soul if they end up here? That would be a troubling thought. Perhaps it's just their essence that gets echoed down here. Yeah, that's a better thought than believing the alternative. After a few minutes of searching, I think I found what we were looking for. Apple juice carton? Check. Pink child? Check. Golden Acres logo? Check. It's pretty intact too. I was about to leave the bin when I noticed some pretty decent looking potatoes still wrapped up in its original bag. However, they were being guarded by a rather nasty looking rat. Should I risk it? Quick save. Gonna go for the potatoes. I tried to shoot the rat away while I made a quick grab for the spuds, but the damn thing bit my hand. I hissed out in pain through my nose. Those little fuckers are vicious. Think about jumping out the trash bin, having already found what I came for when I spotted it. A whole stick of carrots. This one's guarded by the same rat plus a friend. Do I dare tempt fate? Go for it. Throw some trash at the rats and they disperse so that I'm able to grab the carrot without getting hurt this time. Yes! I think this is a good enough haul to bring back to the others. But, was I think that thought? I see it. An untouched bag of packaged meat. Oh boy. Do we want to risk it for the brisket? That's the real question, guys. Do we want to risk it for the brisket? Ribeye, too. I can hear my stomach growl at the very sight of it. Quick save. I'm going for the meat. I make a grab for the meat, but as I do, I feel something crawl up on my arm, and then several others on my legs. I roll around to the trash can in a desperate frenzy to get them off. In the process, quick load. I want to see if this is a random chance one. Okay. If it is random chance, it's at least 50-50, and I'm not going to try. I would love if I could get that meat, though. That would be so nice to just hand off to Malcolm. No need to get greedy. I had what I came here for, after all. I safely got myself out of the trash bin with my loot in tow and made my way back to Noel. Found one! I got out from the bin and showed off the fruits of my labor. Golden delicious flavor. Wait a minute. Why are you hurt? I had to fight off some rats for it. Well, aside from a few cuts and bites, you should be fine. Golden delicious flavor. Nice. That's his favorite. It's perfect.
Nice, nice! I found one too! Had to fight off a rat for it, but the bitch is mine!
Small bits of freshly risen blood appeared around DJ's bandaged hand. Do I even have to bother pointing out the obvious?
Nope!
Well, let's just get back home so I can bandage both of you up. But first... Noel knocked on the store's back door, and Chance came out again. Noel then handed him the extra food I had found. Throw some of this into a stew, and Malcolm will love it. Whoa, thank you, Noel. Don't thank me. Thanks Strap over there. Chance looked over and tipped his hat to me. Thanks, Strap. You're one of the good ones. I couldn't possibly keep all this, though. Wait. Chance ducked back inside and came out a few moments later with some cheese in hand. My Malcolm isn't big on spinach, so you can have that back. But take this cheese too, and have Noel here make you one of his signature omelets. Mighty fine cook our guardian angel is.
Well...
Noel seemed flustered by the compliment. Yeah. Anyway, we best be heading off now. These two idiots need rebandaging.
Hey, Strap, kiss mine better and I'll do yours.
Again, I fucking love DJ. Chance waved goodbye to us. We headed back to Noel's home. Once we got back to the house, Noel took our extra food and the juice boxes over to the kitchen fridge. I plopped myself down onto the couch, and DJ did the same. Man, it's only starting to get dark out, but I feel like I could pass out on this couch here and now.
Yeah, no, see, it's been a long day.
You two should rest here for the night, then. Strap can take the couch, and Rabbit can sleep in my bed.
Ooh, you wanna sleep with me, Noel? I didn't think you saw me that way.
Didn't mean it like that, you horny bastard! I don't need much sleep as an angel, and it's just for tonight. At least until I can figure out proper lodgings to shove you two in.
Then can Strap?
No, you can't share a bed. Boo! 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 Don't want you humans ruining my bed with your disgusting sex stink again. With that decided, DJ headed up the stairs, and Noel tossed a blanket over my head, and I was instantly knocked out. I think this is as far as I got on the first run. No, I got this far. I shot up from my bed at the sound of DJ screaming in great pain. Immediately, I jumped to my feet and ran up the stairs to Noel's room. And we get to see DJ's face too, but they're in pain. I burst into the bedroom to find Noel is already there, looking over DJ's arms condition worsening. The bandages are undone, and I can see now that the entirety of DJ's arm is covered and textured with a ghostly residue. On top of that, I noticed that his mask is completely off their face as it contorts, and DJ struggles to keep still.
This sucks! It sucks! It sucks!
Hang on.
This sucks! It sucks! It sucks!
Don't just stand there! Get over here! Get over here and help me stabilize your friend! I shake my head and quickly make my way to DJ's side, telling DJ everything is going to be okay while applying an ice pack Noel gave me to their arm. DJ was able to calm down just enough for Noel to restitch the wound back up, and injected their arm with what was probably morphine or some other real-world medicine, since it lacked the glow of anything magical. That should do it for now. Christ. Didn't expect to use the last of my heavy painkillers on the equivalent of a scratch. I've never seen an infection spread so fast. At this rate, we might have to look into alternatives. Alternatives? It's a 50-50 shot, but removing the tainted area as a whole could stop the spread any further. But given that it's encompassed the rabbit's whole arm, we'd have to amputate it. Would that douchebag horde still be enough to fix me up? An entire vial of holy water can fix practically any wound or tainted status up for sure. Even if it's produced by a fallen angel like me, it should be strong enough, as long as you're sane. But at this rate... Then I say we wait! Roadkill. I can make it. Trust in me. Noel and DJ locked gazes for a moment before Noel sighed. You sure are a stubborn one. I have not gotten to see DJ's face at all. Fine. We'll continue on with the mission just as planned. But know this. If you're no longer yourself and turn into one of the Geists, I will not hesitate to put you down.
Good. I don't want you to.
I love this look for DJ. I'd be disappointed if someone as hard-headed as you succumbed.
Aw, that was kind of gay.
Noel averted his gaze and shoved a cold pack he was holding into DJ's hands. I see your spirits are back up. In that case, I'm going back to my post. Strap can tend to you. With that, he left through the open window, leaving only a cool gust of wind in his wake.
I think he likes me.
Yeah, me too.
But I like you more.
Jesus Christ. DJ strokes my hand, and I can't help but blush. I think that's the morphine talking.
I don't have to be high to think you're a pretty dope cat. I'm glad you decided to stick around after all, Strap.
I smile warmly at them, and they in return. Yeah, me too, bro. DJ sits up and swings their legs over the bed.
I'm gonna walk off the rest of this adrenaline before even trying to get to sleep.
That sounds like a good idea. Just don't travel too far, alright?
Yeah, I learned my lesson. Actually, why don't you come along and keep me safe?
I mean, sure. I suppose I could accompany them. I did feel a little wired from the event earlier. And so long as we stayed within the neighborhood's bounds, we shouldn't get into trouble since Noel would be watching over us. We found our shoes and headed out into the Limbo's cool night. It was a cloudy blue night as we made our way outside. TJ and I walked close to one another since the dim light of the false moon's sun only just barely illuminated our path. DJ said they wanted to walk around the block, and since there were a few functional street lamps we would pass by, I felt a little more confident we wouldn't step or trip over something. For a few minutes, we walked in peaceful silence before I spoke up. You doing alright? You're uncharacteristically quiet.
Huh?
Can't a homie just enjoy a brisk walk in silence with their homie?
Well, yeah, but that doesn't seem to be your speed.
You seem like the type to just say whatever's on your mind, whether people like it or not. Yeah, you're right.
DJ rubbed at their bandaged arm, looking off at the ground with a bittersweet smile on their face.
I was just thinking how many times my shitty immune system has gotten the better of me.
You have a weak immune system?
Yeah, ever since I was a kid. It's probably why this stupid infection has spread so fast.
Guess that would explain it. There was another moment of silence before DJ groaned.
Ah!
You alright? We can head back.
No, it's fine. I can endure it. I always do.
Endure? What do you mean? DJ sighed, kicking a rock away from our path.
When you get sick as easily as I do, you have to barrel through the pain to get through day by day.
Again, another reason I fucking love DJ. Not exactly chronic pain, but I know how they feel.
And this isn't even the worst experience I've had dealing with an infection. When I was a kid, I was hospitalized just for having the flu. All because some red-pilled sports mom didn't want to vaccinate their fucking kid.
Vaccinate yourselves. I don't fucking care what anyone says. Vaccines will help you out.
It was a close call, and I was out of school for weeks. I had to have a specific dietary plan and supplements to help me keep myself healthy. Which can be hard to manage when you're from a low-income family like mine and had a completely different dinners prepared from the rest of the family. I was also picked on at school for being the kid that always came to school with a mask over their mouth, since social gatherings were always a risk for me, and private tutoring was out of the question. So combine all that, and you wind up with this skinny little fella right here.
They pointed at themselves. Well, that sounds pretty rough.
Yeah, well, it kinda was. But I didn't let that define me. Even when my parents were just happy with just me surviving, I wasn't. I never wanted to have to live my life that way. I wanted to live and have fun, like every able-bodied kid out there.
So when stupid kids said stupid things because they're stupid and didn't know better, I flipped the situation on all of them. I stitched my own funny faces and patterns into my mask that not only made me stand out even more, but made me a trendsetter. Soon, half my class was wearing masks, and I was both to thank and blame for it. I even made friends with the boys that kept running with masks long after the school discouraged them because their parents were complaining.
Oh, the irony in that.
What?
Oh, that's right. DJ died in 2019 before the... Never mind. As you were saying? Wow! Wow, Eros! I don't have the older versions anymore, so I can't tell if that was in there. Wow! DJ just shrugged and continued with their story.
Those dudes ended up being my best friends throughout most of my school life, even when, unlike the other boys, instead of growing facial hair, I grew tits.
So, and my bad if this offends you. Is that to say you were assigned male at birth?
Yep, I'm what they call intersex, so I got both male and female shit going on. I'm the kind of person that doesn't give a fuck about other people's opinions of me, so whatever was being said about it behind my back stayed there. It only really became a problem when my own friends treated me more like a girl instead of their friend, so I shut that shit down and opened a biology book for them. It basically ended with, no, just because I grew a nice pair of tits doesn't mean my dick disappeared, and I bet y'all virgins wish it did. And they were cool with it. I only really started to identify as non-binary during my junior or senior year in high school.
Good on you, DJ.
Thank you.
I mean it. Seems like you've really been through a lot in your life.
That ain't even the whole story, but I wouldn't be the person I am today if it weren't for my hardships. Sure, there were some dark moments, but like my mascot, I always jumped back bigger and badder than before.
We finished our loop and headed back inside of Noel's house. Just as I was about to head on over to the couch, DJ grabbed a hold of my elbow.
Hey,
yourself.
It's cold even with these blankets Blondie gave us. Why don't we, share the bed tonight?
Quick save.
Keep each other nice and warm.
DJ, you're gonna make me have to mark the sexual thing with all this talk.
What do you say?
Won't Noel get mad?
But I'm cold. And I ain't in the best of shape to do anything freaky in his bed tonight.
I mean, as long as we didn't commit any sins, I don't think he would be too mad about it. Not exactly a sin either. We're both consenting adults. DJ must have read my face because they were already pulling me by the arm up the stairs and straight into the bed. All we did was cuddle. Okay. Maybe just a little bit of spooning. But we were both still tired from today, and simply fell asleep within each other's arms. The The dim light of Limbo's morning and the smell of something cooking is enough to wake me from my slumber. I stretch with a yawn, still a little sore from yesterday, but not enough to think I would back out of the mission today. Glancing over to the other side of the bed, I see that I'm alone. Guess TJ woke up before me. I think back to last night and the sweet moment we shared together during our midnight stroll. After they confided in me with such personal information, now more than ever do I want to help my friend make it through this situation. I push myself up and off the bed and head down the stairs. TJ pats the seat next to him with glee, and I happily oblige. I notice that TJ has their broken mask back on, but I don't make a point to bring it up. Still, I can't help but miss seeing their true face after our long talk last night. I can see from here that Noel is in the kitchen cooking up breakfast for the three of us. He comes out of the kitchen and serves us both a hot plate of omelets. It even has the cheese and spinach Chance gave us yesterday. It seems Noel was treating us for a job well done. Noel took a seat at the head of the table. You two had better not have done any weird shit in my bed last night. I'll never tell. Throwing out that mattress. Gotcha. Noel then bonked TJ on the head for being horny with his whisk. We eat in silence for the most part, and I can't help but savor the taste of omelet as we eat. Oh my god, Noel, these are so good. Yeah! TJ is scarfing down the food like it's his last meal. It's just eggs. Did you lay these eggs? No, but you're a rabbit, did you?
Huh?
What? Rabbits don't lay eggs.
Oh yeah, they don't anymore. Noel, what the fuck? I put myself back into the conversation before we get deep into the rabbit egg lore. No, 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 no! Give me the rabbit egg lore! Come on! You sure you're doing better today, TJ?
Had a wicked bad nightmare, but I'm doing fine.
Night terrors are a pretty common thing for tainted ones.
Who's Taint?
Noel bonks TJ on the head for making the same joke twice. Once we're done with our food, Noel takes our plates back into the kitchen and washes them for us. He returns after grabbing the duffel bag from somewhere and hands it to me. Alright, so here's the plan. Horde's men change routes every week and are as inconsistent as the Rat King himself, but I managed to pinpoint the few they frequent. So we're going to a high enough building where I can scope out the usual parts of the Limbo they search for stuff to add to Horde's, well, Horde. Once we know they'll be coming in, you two can head over there, plant the juice, grab their attention, and make a break for it to the mall. Seems a little dangerous for us, especially if they chase us. Not to mention DJ's arm is still busted up and partially blind.
I don't know about you, Jack, but I run with my legs, not my arms or eyes. Besides, no way am I gonna let you do this alone.
Regardless, they'll give up quickly if you're fast enough and abandon any other efforts once they find the juice box. I see now. Go on. By the time you get to the mall, Hordes will probably have heard back from his men via their walkie-talkies that they found his favorite thing in the area, and the rest of his guys will be sent over to scavenge for any more that might be in the area. I've seen him do it before, and the possibility of having more of his favorite stupid juice brand is too tempting for him to resist. Noel then plucked two of his feathers off from his wings, hissing as he did so, and handed them over to us. We both looked at him, confused. The building we'll be doing a recon from is 12 stories high. It'd take way too long for you to climb down via the stairs, so I'll be using these to get down. How? While holding one of these in your hand, you'll become light as a feather and float gently down the side of the building. You want us to jump off a building. You'll be fine. Just don't look down.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
I always wanted to go skydiving.
This was, in fact, nothing like skydiving. More importantly, wait for me to get there once you make it to the mall. Understood? I nodded. I'm serious. Both of you hang back until I arrive, and don't do anything rash. I could tell he was mostly saying this to DJ, who just groaned and rolled their head around.
I won't, okay? I was reckless before and now I'm paying the price. Believe me. Believe it or not, I don't want to die here.
It would be troublesome to have to deal with another Geist running about, especially from a soul as annoying as yours.
Ooh, that makes me wonder what I'd look like as a Geist.
I thought you said you didn't want to die.
Yeah, I don't. Doesn't mean it's not fun to imagine what my Geistona would be like. Maybe my powers would be based on sound and I'd disorient people with my sick beats.
Or you'd be a horrifying rabbit monster and have a keen sense of hearing with your big ears.
Or we could stop dawdling and head out to do our mission. You know, just a suggestion. Fine, let's go.
Finished with that, grabbed our stuff, and headed back out into the city. We got to the building Noel was talking about, and pushed the rebel away that was blocking the entrance. After that, he extended his wings again, and it was a straight shot all the way up to the roof of the building in no time flat. Don't know what. I heard DJ groan. You okay, dude?
I'm fine, but...
DJ looked up at the size of the building. Just as Noel said, it was 12 stories tall, and a little intimidating to climb.
Come on, man.
Getting all the way up there is gonna suck!
DJ's view remained gazing up until what felt like a little light bulb went off in their head.
Oh, what?
Hang on, I got an idea.
They pulled out the feather Noel had given each of us, and held it tight in their fists and circled behind me. They then hopped onto my back, throwing their arms around my shoulders.
What? DJ, get...
I was about to shout at them to get off, but I noticed that they felt practically weightless, even for a scrawny twink like DJ. I adjusted the position so it was more me giving them a piggyback ride. Good idea, especially since I wouldn't want you to strain yourself.
Nah, I just wanted you to carry me up.
They nuzzled my back and hugged me. Gay.
No, you.
I smiled, blushing, and was glad I was out of their immediate view, and carried the two of us inside. After some time, we made it to the top of the building. Even with all the exercise from the last 2 days, I still endured quite the workout, and found myself running out of breath by the end of it. Noel greeted us by opening up the rooftop door.
Couldn't you have carried us up here? Easily. But consider it your warm-up for later today. It wasn't that bad.
They jumped off my back and did a little stretch.
That's because I carried you up here.
Even with DJ having used the feather, it was still pretty hard on my knees. They gave my cheek a kiss. That was more so the plastic from their mask being pressed up against my face.
Well, now you can brag to people that you had me ride you, and you technically wouldn't be wrong.
Ugh. He rolled his eyes in disgust, and we followed him as he made his way to the building's vantage point. From his neckerchief pendant, the glass-like guns from before made their appearance as Noel pulled them out. Sorry, I needed a cough. Little dark horror stuff for Valentine's Day, but still a romance game. Also, I don't have any other dating games that I could do. He then slammed the two together, and into a small burst of light, the guns combined to make a sniper rifle. Whoa.
That's so fucking cool!
Numinous and Exegus have been good to me, even in their more primitive forms. As time went on, they've adapted and evolved to the times with me. The scopes of this can see all the way to Limbo's edge. As long as I know where to look, nothing can escape from my sight. DJ and I sat down a few feet away from the angel.
You know, having seen you fight up close and personal, I don't see why you don't just off-horde yourself if he's been this much trouble.
Noel then bonked DJ with the long part of the sniper.
Watch it.
No murder. I may be a fallen angel, but it's still my duty as one to protect humans. Even humans as annoying as you or hordes.
In addition, to reiterate, humans turn into a Geist upon a second death. And dealing with hordes, Geistona would be a bigger pain than what he already is. You were going to give me a concussion with all those bonks today.
After that, we sat around mostly in silence, remaining vigilant for any sight of Horde's men. It was maybe about half an hour before DJ collapsed to the ground.
I'm so bored!
Nice reconnaissance for you. DJ sat back up and continued to whine. Noel must have quickly found this irritating and turned to look at us.
You have the attention span of a literal child. Hang on a second.
Noel dug through his back pocket when something popped out of it unintentionally. I picked it up, and Noel's face twisted into a flustered one.
Is that...
It was a small, sealed, plastic cup of red jello. Noel swiped it back from my hand.
Shut up, shut up! That's not what I wanted to give you!
He replaced the jello with a stack of cards. The packaging on the cards is pretty faded, but I can make out what the lettering says. Essence? I vaguely remember this being a traded card game for kids when I was growing up.
Huh, dude, no way! Hasn't?
You know about this?
It was big back in the day, but I kinda grew out of card games since they were mostly for kids.
It's not a kid's game!
Damn right, Noel.
It's a heavily tactics-based game about using your resources to build a deck that minimizes RNG in order for you to obtain victory in the fewest moves possible.
Psh, whatever, man. I bet I can beat you easy.
Oh, are you challenging me?
Need to just see that, that good old hasty JoJo pose. DJ and Noel lock eyes for a moment before DJ backs out.
Nah, on second thought, I don't want to play your lame-ass nerd card game.
Noel huffs, disappointed, returning to his scope.
That did, however, give me an idea for another game we can play, Strap.
What did you have in mind? I swear to God, if it's gonna be strip poker. DJ scoots a little closer to me, enough that we're maybe less than a foot away from across one another.
Let's play 20 questions.
Oh, thank God it's not strip poker. 20 questions. And you dared call Essence childish.
Rules are simple. We take turns asking the other questions and have to give an answer.
What are the limits?
Don't be weird about it, I guess.
And that kind of reference point is a little hard to make out with someone as eccentric as yourself.
Good point, lol. Even though we've only known each other for a short time, I'm pretty comfortable around you. So, I won't take things personally if you ask something too invasive on accident.
I'll keep that in mind then.
Since you were considerate enough to ask about limits, I'll let you go first.
This feels like something that could backfire. Gonna put a safe point there as well. Ooh. Oh, these are good. Now this is where, if anyone in chat wanted to like put in like options that they want to use, where I would be okay with that. Because Jesus, I do not know which to choose on here. Oh boy. I think I'm gonna go with. Well, we would know what their job was before they died because they were like they're kind of a sensation. I do want to visit this myself, like after stream, so I'll ask ones that I think would be good. So let's go with what your job was before you died. And what kind of work were you doing before getting here? DJ just looked at me like I asked a stupid question. Yeah, like I thought. Let's go with this one then. I gotta know what kind of childhood you had that made you turn out like this.
Hey, I find that offensive. I think I came out great.
So do I.
Debatable. Nah, don't lie. I know you love me. But despite the fact that I was a brown kid and existing puts me at a disadvantage, I had great friends and an even greater family that supported me into my adulthood.
What are you, if I may ask?
I'm half Thai, half Puerto Rican. No, I can't really say I vibe with either since my parents estranged themselves from their families after marriage. Mom's side of the family was pretty Americanized by her generation, and Dad's side was super hostile towards Mom. And good on him for not fucking with that kind of bullshit. It's a shame though. Besides some of the ordinary meals in reference here and there, I felt like I was missing out on more to my identity. I may know a few words and phrases, but still gets me struggling to maintain a conversation in either language. But I'm happy now with what I got from my parents anyway. I might have endured more than my fair share of struggles, but the friends and family in my life made all the more worth fighting for. Oh, my turn.
One moment, need a drink.
Alright, having experienced how shitty the afterlife is, does life even have any meaning?
Wow, that is a pretty loaded question. If I had to be honest, what was the thing again? Does life even have any meaning? Okay. Yes. I think life has meaning.
Then what is it?
Crushing my balls here, DJ.
I want to know.
The meaning of life is... God. I want to just take the nerd route here. Doing a quick save here. 42.
Nice Hitchhiker's reference, yep.
Also, that sounded like I accidentally made the correct choice. Oh, that sounded like a good choice one. Never mind. I want to see what this one does. This is just going to be the bad option no matter what. Yep. But we decide for ourselves.
Well, that's pretty deep, bro.
Very profound, yeah. Okay. So I know the good ones. I'm gonna go with this one though. As much as I want to go with the nerd one, because I feel that would be like what I would actually say. Going with this one. I guess if I had to say, it would be to live life to the fullest with the people that you love.
That's kind of gay, bro.
You're kind of gay, bro.
It's true.
What the fuck just came out of your mouth?
Oh god, I'm clipping that later if someone doesn't. That's not even me doing a thing, that's just them. God, that's good.
I hate it. Stop.
I wish I'd continued. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I guess if I had to say, the meaning of life is... I guess if I had to say, it would be to live life to the fullest with the people that you love.
That's kind of gay, bro.
You're kinda gay, bro.
It's true.
What the fuck just came out of your mouth? I hate it. Stop.
God, I would absolutely become like best friends with DJ. Like, if DJ was a real person, I would become best friends with DJ immediately. If this is the type of humor that we have. DJ and I laughed as Noel acted upset, but deep down, I feel like he enjoyed our company, or at least tolerated it enough. All right. It's my turn to ask a question.
Shoot.
Oh. I desperately want to know this one. But I think this is the better one to ask DJ. Okay, does not affect heritage of affection. Feel free to pass on this next question, but do you only go by the moniker DJ Roadkill? They thought about it for a bit, scratching their chin as their leg bounced where they sat.
I guess it's okay if I tell you. I consider you a friend, and I don't prefer to go by my stage name for trans reasons. It was for privacy, since I didn't want to end up missing if my info got doxed after a rally. So to my family and friends, I'm Jesus. Jesus Hoya, or JJ for short.
Aww. I like DJ. I still like... I'm gonna stick with this so that, like, spoilers don't go through for people. I'm still gonna call you DJ.
Hey, that's cool, no sweat. DJ and variants basically are like a middle name to me at this point.
I want to see what happens if I choose the other ones. And is it okay if I call you Jesus?
Yeah, man, it's cool. Feels kind of nice to be called that by you.
Well, I'm still gonna call you Rabbit regardless. Okay. What about JJ? Okay. I'm gonna stick with the current name because I want to not have it risk anything for y'all. Also, we dropped some frames, yay! I'm still gonna call you DJ.
Hey, that's cool, no sweat. DJ and variants are basically like a middle name to me at this point.
Some time passes as DJ and I make a game out of getting to know each other. When Noel perks up from his position and looks over to us. 3 guys spotted wandering towards Desolation Row. It's go time, you two. DJ and I immediately got up from where we sat. DJ gathering up his backpack, and me slinging the duffel bag behind my back. Noel relayed to us the exact directions we would need to take in order to get to Desolation Row and the mall the fastest. We nodded, taking out our feathers from where we had them stored and held them in our fists. Just as we turned our backs, Noel pulled DJ back towards him and they squeaked.
Jump in place for me. What? As high as you can.
He was straight-faced and serious as DJ did it, and so DJ did as they were told. DJ hopped in place, and it made Noel squint disapprovingly.
You already used the feather, I see. Thank me for saving your life again, because had you jumped off the side of the building, you would be roadkill.
Yikes.
Well, how was I supposed to know your weak-ass feathers would run out of juice so easily? Just give me another one of your feathers and we can get going then.
You wanted to piggyback right up. Now you get it going down. Noel shoved DJ in my direction, and I looked at him confused. You carried DJ back to the neighborhood yesterday, right? So that means you should be at least strong enough to carry them while you drop down. Fair warning, though. Since you have a passenger now, the fall will be a little quicker than a gentle glide.
Come on! Why you gotta take it out on strap?
You'll both be fine. Now quit crying and get going. Got a job to do. DJ and I looked at each other, but as Noel turned away to head back to his vantage point, I offered my back for DJ to climb up on. They obliged after a few seconds and shredded themselves against my back. Like before, this time I could feel DJ's full weight against my back and groaned a bit. Thankfully, it wasn't too much for me to handle, and I was able to walk us over to the edge, holding the feather close to my chest. And then, I did the exact thing I wasn't supposed to do. I looked down, Suddenly, the ground below looked like it was miles upon miles away, and my vision somewhat blurred. Fear of death filled my soul, and I froze in place. I would have stayed like that, backed out even, if it wasn't for the reassuring warmth of DJ's hands going up to cover my eyes.
You got this, homie. We'll be like cats jumping around from roof to roof back home. Even if we stumble, we'll always land right back up on our feet. Let's show Blondie that we ain't scared. Just breathe in, close your eyes, and it'll be over before you know it. I believe in you.
Strap? I don't know how much that really applied here. The softness in DJ's usually animated voice was enough to break me from my spell. Closing my eyes now. I did as such, and DJ removed their palms from my face, returning to hug around my shoulders. I took a deep breath, holding it in for as long as I could before returning it to the air, along with most of my aches and worries. One step forward, and we were on the ground. Ow! I may not have been dead, but my knees sure did hurt like hell. I managed to not fall over though, so that was something. DJ climbed off and gave me a hard slap on the back.
See? Wasn't so scary now, was it? Just like skydiving, you fucking pussy.
Again, nothing like skydiving.
Let's get going. We've wasted enough time fucking around.
I nodded, and DJ and I sprinted off in the direction of Desolation Row. Getting close to 7 hours, wow. We spotted some of Horde's men across the street and ducked into the alleyway. Then DJ and I placed the juice box inside of the dumpster and made our presence known.
Golden Acres Honeycrisp Golden Delicious trademark juice package sure was delicious. Hey, Strap?
It sure was, my good friend and possible love interest, DJ Roadkill. God fucking damn it, Arrows. And who would have thought we would find such a splendiferous find within the confines of Desolation Row's dumpsters over yonder? I pointed to the alley we just came from. Two of the men turned their heads to look at us. Why the fuck are they talking like that? What's splendiferous mean? Sounds made up. Totally made up. Dumbasses! Splendiferous is simply a more elegant way to describe something amazing or splendid in this case. Yeah, what he said. At least one of the tank top men had my back. Hey, wait a second. You two shouldn't be here. The three tank top men started to charge for us. Guess it was time to run. Quick save in case there's actual, quick time things here. Whether or not the exercise from earlier warmed us up, we managed to keep our distance away from the tank top men. At times, I had to grab DJ by the hand and guide them in directions Noel had instructed us to go, a combination of their mask and partial blindness and tainted vision making it hard to see where they were going. But even with my help, it all seemed to catch up to DJ as we rounded a corner into an alleyway. DJ had face planted into the pavement, the final nail in the coffin for their mask as it shattered in half, as the tank top men drew closer. A loud whistle made the fellas stop in their tracks, and their fourth comrade caught up with them, holding the juice box in hand. Oh man, is that the boss's favorite juice thing? It totally is, dude. Yeah, fuck those two scavengers. Let's head back to Desolation Row and call it the boss to tell him what we found. He's sure to give us a raise this week. This is a splendiferous moment if ever there was one. See? You get it. They all turned tail and ran in the opposite direction of us. I high-fived DJ's good hand for our success, and we continued on our way to the mall. We made it to the mall with our hinds intact. As we paused across the street to catch our breaths, Noel arrived and landed right in front of us. Plan went off just as I expected it would. Great work, you two. On my way here, I noticed a bunch of men making their way over to Desolation Row, so we should be safe to go in. Alright, time to do crimes! Be gay, do crimes? We made our way through the mall's parking lot. And into the food court, where Horace had made it his throne room. Bud Kurt. Jojo, Mingo. There was just mountains and piles of stuff, ranging from food, appliances, and clothing in every direction we looked. Not only that, we had a lot of steel, iron, and metal just lying around. It seemed like even Noel was surprised by the sheer vastness of it all. This is an obscene amount of stuff to have for hordes. To have for hordes and is meant to have just sitting around. You've never been over here before? No. The entrance here is usually safeguarded by 2 or 3 of his guys. And even then, I try to focus on tending to my own rather than starting fights with hordes. So the stealthier we accomplish this, the better. I guess that makes sense. Then we should get started looking for the stolen stuff, huh, DJ? I nudged DJ, but they stood rigid in place. I nudged DJ, but they stood rigid in place. Fists balled up into a tight fist at either side.
You gotta be fucking kidding me! The resources this man is hoarding! And the people back in the neighborhood, including ourselves, have to ration food out and scavenge through the dumpsters for crumbs while this asshole sits on a throne of excess?
DJ was starting to shake, seething with rage. I could feel the burning anger from a foot away.
It's disgusting. Selfish. Downright fucking evil! You wouldn't even notice if even 1% of it was gone.
DJ, stick to the plan, kid.
Fuck the plan! Here's what I'm going to do.
DJ took a few strides into the food court, and Noel and I were forced to follow.
I'm going to fill up this backpack with everything this motherfucker stole from you and anything else that can fit alongside it. Comprende?
I looked over to Noel, who was looking around at just the massive collection of resources and items hoarders had accumulated possibly over the years. Fine. You can't fucking stop. Wait, what?
That's right.
I'm agreeing with you. This is beyond acceptable. Literally half of this would be enough to provide for the neighborhood for a year. 2 if we ration them out equally, and hordes would still be living in luxury. It's my duty as an angel and guardian of Limbo to ensure everyone's survival till they can retake their trial, so that rat bastard can sit and spin. Even if it upsets that old woman too.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
How fucking right then, man! DJ moved to give Noel a hug, but he moved out of the way in time for DJ to fall into a pile of unworn clothing.
No.
Don't touch me. I don't like physical affection unless I initiate it. Dropped a few more frames. DJ gave a thumbs up from under all the clothes and started fishing out essentials to stuff into their backpack. I went over to DJ to help him out. Noel threw the duffel bag to the ground and did the same, picking fresh food, meat, and canned goods. It didn't take us long to have our respective bags stuffed to the zipper with supplies to bring back to the neighborhood. The only real problem we had was just deciding what we could and couldn't take for the moment, since we hadn't expected Horde's wealth to be this much. More importantly, I was able to find the medicine we had mainly come here for in the first place. We regrouped in the center, and I showed the still full, intact vial in my hand, and DJ bounced with glee.
Yo!
Yes, yes, yes! Let's get out of here then. Suddenly, the ground underneath us shook, heavy footsteps echoing through the mall's corridors. Oh no. Noel's wings wrapped around us, protecting us from any debris falling when hordes emerged from on top of a mountain behind his throne.
Well, well, well. I bet you peasants thought you got the best of me with that little plan of yours to lure me and my boys away.
Horde took out the juice box we had baited for him, and he sipped it down dry to the last drop, the box crushing in on itself. The little bug tossed it aside like it was nothing, wiping his face, and an evil, smug grin spread across his face. How did you know we were coming? A rat crawled up Horde's robe and sat on his shoulder, the man petting it.
Let's just say a little rat told me. And unfortunately for you, I'm going to use this opportunity to debut my new son!
Sorry, what?
Say hello to my new bundle of pride and joy, Charles!
That is quite a Jesus Christ. Oh. Oh. He has a Geist. Horace has a fucking Geist. Okay. The mountain was broken through, sending items flying everywhere as a giant rat appeared on top of it. It wasn't any normal rat either. How? Is that a rat Geist? No. No, it's not. It's a rat poltergeist. Even worse. Oh my. The poltergeist threw its head back and roared while Horace rode on its back.
That's right! Now,
Horace and the poltergeist took a step forward.
put my shit back where you found it, or you'll be having dinner with Charles tonight. And you're the entertainment!
Both DJ and Noel held onto their backs defiantly.
Bullshit, no way!
Fuck you, Horace!
Grr. So be it then.
Crawlers came barreling towards us, and Noel summoned his guns, firing 3 bullets into the rat's chest. It was unfazed, and the bits that were shot off of it turned into tiny rat guys that crawled at us and nibbled at our skin.
Ah!
Ow! Get off me!
I swatted the ones on myself before they could pierce the skin. Noel grabbed the bag full of supplies and expanded his wings. I'll hold it off! Run! The exit was within our grasp, and the poltergeist came to a screeching halt as the damage it took caused it to fall over on its side.
Charles! My baby boy!
Horace's wails were the last thing we heard as we made out to the front of the mall, not stopping till we were well away from it. After a few minutes, we caught our breath. Christ, that thing was even more terrifying than the other guys from yesterday. I can't believe Horace was able to tame a poltergeist of that caliber. I really should stop underestimating him. It was then DJ hunched over, falling to their knees as blood and black ooze bled and completely dissolved their bandages.
It hurts so fucking bad! Oh, fuck you! Fuck you! You hear? I'm not going to let you have my body!
Strap! Quick! The vial! I got over to DJ's side, uncorking the vial with my teeth, and poured the holy water onto DJ's arm to the very last drop. The infection howled in pain as it slowly began to fizzle and melt off DJ's skin. By the time it was all over, all that remained was a puddle and a stain on DJ's sleeve.
Fuck, dude! Let's not do that ever again.
You'll be happy to know that after getting tainted once, you'll build up an immunity, and it becomes harder for it to get as bad as it did today.
Thank God. Or whoever.
DJ gets back up, and Noel moves forward as he's about to say something. I wasn't lying back then, you know.
What?
Despite your annoying and reckless attitude, you have a good heart, along with a head on your shoulders. Someone like yourself and Strap, I could easily see passing Haven Home's trial. Hell, I could even tell Calais about today, and maybe it would count towards your score. So once again, I'm asking you from the bottom of my heart to reconsider staying here and head towards a better future for yourself in Utopia. DJ looks genuinely moved by Noel's words, then smiles a big cheesy grin as they slap the angel's back with gusto.
Nah, you ain't getting rid of me that easily, man. Limbo's my home now, whether you want me here or not.
Noel looks a little sad for a moment. but then just scratches his head with a defeated smile. You caught me. I really wanted to have my couch and bed back to myself.
Well, we're roommates now, so deal with it.
Oh my god, we were roommates. That might be a good place to save, to like stop and save for today. Then I'll be honest. 2 humans like yourself helping me out, keeping the neighborhood safe. That doesn't sound half bad.
Ooh.
Ah, permission to group hug.
Noel takes a moment to consider it and sighs. Permission grant. DJ scooped the 3 of us in for a big group hug. Our friendship had been solidified. Nah. Now that's a good place to stay. That's a good place to call it for now. Give me 1 moment, guys. Please actually stick around because there's some important things I want to share with you guys. Not just looking for raid stuff, but please stick around for a moment. You know what? I think I know who we're going to drop by too. All right. So, getting some things set up right now for things. Thank you guys all so much for coming. This has been I've had a wonderful time spending Valentine's Day with you guys. It really means a lot to me. I hope you guys still stick around for a little bit because there's still a little bit of important things to go through. First up, just the usual, be sure to drop, if you guys want to keep up to date on when streams are going to be happening, be sure to drop by Twitter, Tumblr, or Blue Sky if you guys want to just keep up to date with things. It's literally just Strap Streams everywhere. Strap Streams, all just one word. At Strap Streams over on Twitter, strapstreams.tumblr.com for Tumblr, and strapstreams.bsk. all the rest of the stuff for Blue Sky. You guys want to be able to check out the archive channel where I post all of our streams, as well as videos that never make it to streams. Be sure to check the archives over on YouTube at youtube.com/@strapstreams. Strapstreams is always one word. There's also a brand new Discord for y'all that is now open to the public. There's a lot of it is still under construction. For instance, there's no Not Safe for Work channel yet for you guys to post Not Safe for Work stuff, despite the rules saying that. So until that part of the server is made, please don't put any like Not Safe for Work stuff in there. But it's also a place where hopefully all of y'all will be able to like drop in and everything. It's also up on just the on the Twitch channel itself. It's now one of the things that you guys can just click and be brought over to Discord. Please do be polite. Please do keep things in mind. I am still very new to this, so I don't have any like full-time moderators or anything yet over there to keep things in track, to keep things in line. It's literally just me there for that. Let me get the repurpose thing all set up so you guys can actually go and see where you guys can go and get this game if you guys liked it. You guys can also get it over on it's on Steam as well now, with part 3 being planned for later this year. I think Arrows is hoping to get it for it in the summer, but I know they're trying to get it done before the 3rd anniversary. So yeah, but there's that. And let me go and get... But yeah, thank you guys all so much for coming. Thank you guys for spending your Valentine's Day with me, like however long or however short it was. I hope you guys all had a wonderful day. And especially since we're ending on this game, I hope you all know that you guys are all valid and all loved and important. There's a lot of hate in the world, but we can overcome it. It might seem hopeless at times, but we will get through. Trust me, you're not alone. No matter how much you feel you are not alone. And there is a wonderfully, wonderfully wide and vast community just waiting for you. Thank you guys all so much for coming. This is Strat Streams, signing off. Catch you guys later.